Hey everyone, welcome back to my kombucha channel. My name is Liz, and if you've been brewing kombucha for more than a month, you probably know that the SCOBYs start to accumulate pretty fast. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up and maintain your own SCOBY hotel so that you always have plenty of fresh SCOBYs. Stay tuned.
Ciao.
So what is a SCOBY hotel exactly? Well, it's pretty simple. A SCOBY hotel is just a jar that you have designated to holding your extra SCOBYs. You don't have to set up a SCOBY hotel. I didn't use a SCOBY hotel for years because I always had new SCOBYs from my brews that were going. But a lot of people like to keep them on hand for various reasons. And it's really not a bad idea. I've seen people have anywhere up to 6 jars of SCOBY hotels. I myself just keep one. Currently, this is it. Sorry, I know it doesn't look as pretty as the ones that you see on the internet, but I use 2 different size of brewing vessels, so my SCOBYs are all different sizes. So what are the reasons people like to have SCOBY hotels? Well, the first reason is that you always have SCOBYs readily available that have good starter tea, so strong starter tea, and you always want that with your kombucha brews. The second is, in case you want to give one to a friend or family, you have them ready. You don't have to wait for one of your jars to finish brewing, so you can separate it and pass it along. Also, if you like to experiment, I love to experiment with different teas. I just started experimenting with different sugars. And also, I like my SCOBYs in my kitchen because I use them for first aid as well. At the end of the video, I'll share with you my current favorite way to use them. And for any other experiment, some people like to make SCOBY candy, SCOBY jerkies, using them in your beauty routine. So there's lots of different reasons. So how to make a SCOBY hotel. Really simple, I promise. Pick a jar, any size jar. I showed you previously, this is mine. And you put your extra SCOBYs in there. And then from there, you can either fill the jar so that all the SCOBYs are covered in liquid with either finished kombucha, or you would be setting up a new brew of kombucha. So the finished kombucha already has the bacteria and yeast in it. If you wanted to start a new brew to make sure you had enough liquid, you could make sweetened tea, add the SCOBYs, and enough starter tea. So it's basically making another batch of kombucha. You'll see a new SCOBY form on top, but then you just keep that for your SCOBY hotel. You're not going to drink it. When you get more extra SCOBYs, you can go ahead and add them in there. Always make sure you have enough liquid to cover the SCOBYs. You can see I have some that are popping out there. So after the video, I'm going to add some more kombucha. Now you do have to maintain your hotels, and people do it in different ways. I'll tell you how I do it. And then I'll give you some different options of how other people do it. So what I do is about every 2 to 3 months, I make a sweet cup of black or green tea. So I use about 6 to 8 ounces of water, a quarter cup of sugar. Once that's cooled down, I just pour it into my SCOBY hotel. That gives the SCOBYs new food. So it like replenishes them. So they have something to eat so that they stay alive. What always happens is a new SCOBY grows on top, which is fine because it would be great if my SCOBY hotel, the size of all my SCOBYs was the same, but they don't have to be. Some other things I've heard people do is some people will just add a quarter cup of sugar to the SCOBY hotel. Or what you can do is every few months you're going to have to clean out your jar anyway. You can just make a fresh batch of kombucha and then transfer all your SCOBYs right into that. Toss what was in the old hotel and clean that out for the next time. As I previously said, you are going to want to wash your jar every so many months. I think I started this one about 4 months ago, and as I'm looking at it, it's looking kind of dingy, so I'm going to clean that out tonight. And I'll probably just fill it with, I have a batch of kombucha that I let go a little too long, so it's a little vinegary. So I'll probably just replace or put all my SCOBYs into that. That is how you make a SCOBY hotel. So as I promised earlier in the video, how I use my SCOBYs right now is for burns. I've used it 3 times. I love to use aloe for burns. However, I always seem to kill my plants. I know, I'm gonna keep trying though. Aloe works great, excuse me, but if you're like me and you have a black thumb, SCOBYs are great. So I did it 3 times. Twice was when grease shot up from the pan and got on my arm. And then just this past weekend, I went to get something out of the oven, and right here on my hand touched the top rack. It was just for a second, and it didn't start to burn until about a minute later. So all you do is take a thin piece or any piece of your SCOBY and place it on your skin and leave it there for as long as you can. I think I left them on there for at least 10 minutes. And it takes away the burn, and I didn't have any marks left. I think they work great, very soothing to the skin. And since I don't have aloe, I'll use my SCOBYs. If you have any questions that I did not answer, please leave a comment in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer your questions for you. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a great day.